He's one of the stars of Uncle Drew. Great to have him back on. The five-time All-Star, Chris Webber, NBA on TNT analyst. C-Web, how you feeling?
Oh, doing great. How you guys doing?
Have you read any movie reviews?
No, and I don't think I will be. I haven't read any, but at the premiere, I always kind of try to watch the audience and get a feel for them. And I did take my nephews to see the movie, who were brutally honest, and so their reviews I kind of enjoyed. And even though they're kids and they like silly stuff, as long as they liked it, that's fine. I don't want to read about us whether it was good or not.
How surprised were you that Kevin Durant was there for the premiere, but he wasn't in the movie?
It was, Kevin Durant's crazy, man. He's a basketball fan. He's like a basketball junkie. He's like one of the best players in the world, but he'll go to like an 8th grade basketball game and then he'll show up at our premiere. It's funny, and at the end, I was like, "You want to be in number 2, don't you?" And he was like, "Yeah, oh yeah." So I was like, "Okay, this must be pretty good." We got, the Finals MVP over here at the movie, talking about he wants to be an Uncle Drew too. So that was pretty funny.
Now, there's 2 scenes where there's one line in the movie. I won't give the line away, but I think it's the line of the movie, and it's in the last 5 minutes, and it's and you're involved in it.
Yeah.
When you're reading the script and you saw the line, were you comfortable with the line being in the movie?
Oh, damn. That wasn't in there. I asked the director to put that in there.
Oh, you
and
did?
They were like, "No, are you serious?" I'm like, "Come on, man, it's a movie. Like, yeah, I mean, it happened 25 years ago. I'm like, come on, man, it's funny. Like, come on." And so, I love the writer there and also Charles. So they put in. I was really happy to have that in, especially when I saw the reaction. Now I did go see it in Atlanta, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's messed up." And I wanted to tell everybody, "No, it's okay. I did it." But I'm proud to say that I asked for that to be in the movie.
Yeah, this has to do with Chris's career at Michigan. So I don't want to spoil.
Not hard to guess.
Yeah, exactly. The most famous moment in his Michigan career, perhaps. And then the baptism scene is, okay, your wife is watching the movie. You guys are in front of us. And so that's your daughter that you're holding in the baptism scene. But explain what goes on in the baptism scene as much as you want to, because I was curious what your wife is thinking as she's watching that.
Okay, yeah. Well, she was at the filming, so she was very happy, even though, it kind of it's a scene where I'm allowed to be a preacher, and so it's I grew up in a very small church, just like the one, just like the one in the movie. I had 7 people in my family, and maybe it was a church of 18 people, maybe. So your kids, you get to play the drums, you get to do all type. The Lord. So it's a lot of fun for being a kid. And so really what I did was try to channel all my old pastors, a little bit of my father. My father actually was in that scene, so it was cool. He was like a deacon back there jumping up. He's jumping with Lisa Leslie or Betty Lewis, she called. And so I get to have a baby. And so it first called for twins, and I have twins. And I was like, oh, that's the perfect scene. So my daughter, Elle Marie, she's in the scene with me. Of course, for people out there, don't kill me. It's a doll most of the time. But when we show the close-up, it's my daughter. And so my wife, I'm like, you're the only person that would shed a tear at this, at this funny movie because you see it pop up on the screen. But she loved it, and it was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed. What did you guys think? I saw that Dan had stuff. That Reggie actually did get you guys tickets. I didn't know if he was really going to get the tickets. But what did that think?
Laugh out loud. There were probably 15 moments that were laugh out loud, and the fact that you go behind the back, so you're in the baptismal, so you have your baby behind, like you're Harlem Globetrotter with your baby with the baptism, and I don't know who you were channeling with your look. I thought you looked sort of like a Jeff Bridges and Billy D. Williams, like a combo of Jeff Bridges and Billy D. Williams.
And put a little Al Sharpton with the gray in the wig. I like that. The Jeff Bridges, you're exactly right. Billy D. and Al Sharpton. That's a heck of a combination.
Okay, can you give the audience? Can you do your voice? Can you give us one line in the voice?
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna have to send you some SAG papers or something. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Let me
Okay.
see. It's early in the morning.
Okay.
Man. Oh man, you got me on the spot. All right. What did I say? It was just something like, uh, good morning, Church of the Dan Patricks. This morning I woke up, I changed my daughter's diaper. She had a nice little package for me. It was a gift, weighed about 2 pounds. I said, Lord, how could something this small put something so big out of her butt in the morning?
Is your wife there looking at you like, what are you doing?
No. She's
Okay.
actually in the other room.
Oh, okay.
She's actually, yeah. I'll show her the tape later and she'll cringe.
So the movie is Uncle Drew, and it opens nationwide on Friday. And I will say, Kawhi Leonard, if you don't know, Kyrie Irving, if you don't know it's Kyrie, he's that good in that role. Yes. I really thought I thought Kyrie was legitimately great in that role.
Yes, he was. No, he did a great job. He knew how not to overdo it, and he carried the movie. I mean, it was a great opportunity for him, letting us be in it and working with us. But he set the tone and the pace, and that's why it was good. I think everybody really stepped their game up and started off with Kyrie, man. It was a lot of fun.
It was
a lot of fun.
A lot of laughs. Shaq's great in there. Yeah. Reggie's great as well. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun in there.
Yeah.
And you get to
my mom, Dan, not to cut you off, but in the scene where Shaq is Shaq basically when he's in the hospital. I watched that with my mom, and she literally almost fell out of her chair trying not to look at the screen. So Shaq makes sure he shows the people a side of him that they've never seen before.
That was Shaq crack is what that was.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that in the script that Shaq was going to – he has his hospital gown open in the back.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in the script. The real cool thing is they really let us improv. For instance, I know that they knew basketball, but I don't know if they knew basketball to the point of the average fan. And so, I remember one time we had to kind of fight for him to say barbecue chicken. They were like, oh, no, that doesn't make sense. We're like, no, you don't make sense. You don't understand. That's what Shaq's saying all this time, and kids will get barbecue chicken. Like they're inside jokes inside of basketball that you guys need to trust us on since it's a basketball movie, and they did that. But no, we were allowed to ad lib a lot, and that's what was fun because guys were not competing, but like feeding off of each other, able to say, oh, okay, that was a good joke. Let me get my joke in there. So it was a lot of fun.
A little improvising. We're talking to Chris Webber, former NBA All-Star. All right, how's this all play out by the end of the week with Kawhi, LeBron, Paul George, if you were guessing?
I'm confused now. I thought I knew what I was talking about when I came into the show the other day. But, and there's little things that confuse you. For instance, Snoop posted something on Instagram, and, he's the biggest Laker fan in the world, Snoop Dogg, and he posted a picture of LeBron putting on Chuck Taylors. Now, I don't know if that was a real picture. But if LeBron played in Chuck Taylors, and yes, Chuck and Converse are owned by Nike, but if he played in Chuck Taylors the first time of his life, and Chuck Taylors are terrible shoes to play in, that means he's going to L.A. Chuck Taylors is L.A. That's L.A. all day. You wear your Chucks. So if, so that my brother who thinks he's like, all these fools combined, he thinks he has his sources and everything. Once he showed me this, he says, "Oh, he's definitely going." And usually I like arguing with him all day, but I couldn't say anything on that conspiracy theory because it seems I thought he should go back to Cleveland, but it does seem like it's a two-man race between Cleveland and the Lake Show.
Okay, but who do they get? Kawhi Leonard, or do you get Paul George in L.A.? Because I don't know if you can get all three of those guys.
Yeah, I would say all three first because I don't know how just two of those could be a super team. And then with just two of those guys, I don't know if they can get past Houston or Golden State. So, in my opinion, I would take Kawhi if I were LeBron. They could switch defensively. Kawhi can, he doesn't need as many dribbles to score as, say, as a George. He can go on the post, and again, defensively, he can change the game. And so if I were LeBron, I would hope it would be Kawhi. But when you look at all of the options San Antonio has, it's scary. First, they can wait till next year and just wait and see. Or, I mean, if they, not to get my boy Kyrie on the trading block, but, the Spurs need a point guard desperately. I mean, the Spurs, the way their point guard goes is the way that they go. And Tony Parker led the league in scoring in the paint. They put the offense around and they sped the pace up. And you get Kyrie, and if Boston could get Kawhi, and you still have Kawhi, Gordon, Tatum, if Rozier stays the player he is, that could be scary. So I'm always, when things are quiet, I'm always thinking about two people. What's Jerry West doing? Never. My brother calls him trying to pick Jerry, where he tricks you and you'll take, he gets the draft pick, you think you won, and he has Kobe. Or, you go on the other side with Danny Ainge. Both of those guys are working feverishly right now, and I wonder what they're going to come up with.
Okay, could you see Lonzo Ball, if he's part of this deal, playing for Popovich in San Antonio as his point guard?
Now, let me tell you guys something. I really like Lonzo Ball's game. If you look at his numbers, they're very similar to what Jason Kidd had. The only thing is that we just can't see it through all the smoke and mirrors and his father. And so I know if I'm San Antonio, I don't want that, because we don't play distraction games over here, especially if we're going to trade Kawhi. We're not going to, we don't want to go anybody going rogue in the locker room, So the play of Ball is good enough to bring him over, but I don't know if the distraction or the talking and how, attracted we are to his father saying, all this stuff, I don't know how they would like that in the locker room. So as a player, yeah, as everything else, I don't think they do that.
By the way, you left your hat and very expensive sunglasses in the studio, so we're going to send those out to you.
Thanks. Hopefully I get it on Meat Friday, man. So while I'm grilling or about to grill, I could I could have my sunglasses on. Baby.
All right. I'm gonna get that Traeger grill to you. I want to see how good you are. Are you gonna have somebody grill for you, Chris?
No.
Okay.
No,
all right.
Like, I have a personal battle with guys in the NBA, including Dennis Scott. I'm talking to you right now, Dennis Scott. When the Traeger grill comes, you already know what it is. He and I have a battle probably once a month of barbecue, and where we do fake. Not Top Chef, but Iron Chef, where you just bring something over and you cook it. So no, I'm going to be ready, but I'm gonna need to grill on this grill 3 or 4 times to get to get it right, to season it, and to make sure it works for me the right way before I get it. But yeah, I'll make sure I post some pictures of the food. Maybe I'll start with a brisket or some beef ribs or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay, but
it's me on the chef.
Why don't we have an NBA like all-star competition with grilling?
Now, first of all, that'd be a great idea. Second, you wouldn't be able to do it because there'd be too many guys trying to sign up. Every guy I know in the NBA thinks he could.
Well, Chris, we could do a March Madness where we have a meat madness, and then we just elimination, and people will vote on who's the best griller there.
I like that. Now, as long as we make sure that the judges, because every guy's going to say that the judges just didn't pick his because. But as long as we could have a fair way to hide the food and who made it, I'm definitely in on it, man. But I'd have to tell them, I'm going to win though. I don't want to do that to anybody. But yeah, I'm the master griller, baby. That's me.
Wow. Hey, congrats again on the movie, and thanks for joining us. And we'll talk soon. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.
That's Chris Webber, NBA on TNT analyst.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.